I think when it comes to ultralight, there's a lot of fascination and curiosity. I think there's also a lot of misunderstanding too. I mean, if you ask most people, well, what is ultralight? They're going to give you a number. Base weight, under 10 pounds. Although, I think I saw a video where Extra said it's 8 pounds. So the bar's getting lower. But seriously, for me, it's not a number. I want to carry the minimal that I need to carry to be able to get out and enjoy nature. And that's where the mindset comes in. It's about understanding the conditions that you're going to be hiking in, the temperature, the terrain, doing a little research on that, knowing yourself, knowing what your own limits are, and then picking gear, the minimum necessary to make sure that you're relatively comfortable and safe while you're out hiking. So I don't know if any of you are familiar with the concept of Masogi. I think that's pronunciation of it. I think it's Japanese. We in the West have clearly probably bastardized the original meaning of the word, but as it's understood here, it's a challenge, a test of yourself, and it's supposed to be extremely difficult. And to give you an idea, I thought I dropped something back there. To give you an idea of how difficult it's supposed to be, the first rule of a Masogi is don't die. So anyway, we want to be somewhere above that threshold. But to take from that, you want to take gear for the conditions that you're going to face so that you're not injured, you're not having to be rescued, and that you don't put yourself in mortal peril. All right, so once you understand that, that's the goal. All right, then this is where I kind of try to definitely optimize things. Simple is typically better. Simple means there's fewer things to break. If something does break, it's going to be easier to patch it or temporarily repair it. So I'm looking for simple. And if you watch the video on the Abri, the shelter that I made, you'll see that was the impetus. You know, one night I was out camping on the Colorado Trail here, and I was pitching the Pro Trail, and it literally just popped in my head, man, it'd be nice to have a simpler tent. And again, not that the Pro Trail is complicated or complex. It's just got a bathtub floor, and you have to tension that thing. You have to stake it out, get it set up, and then, like most tents, you have to kind of adjust that. It has a rear pole as well that it requires. And I just kind of wanted to do away with all that complexity. It also has a vestibule door with a zipper, which, if I'm honest, I haven't used the vestibule door in like months, like dozens of hikes. I just got to where I just didn't need it anymore. I would kind of pull it up if I knew it was going to rain, but I wasn't using it to like give myself some privacy or make myself feel safe. So back to the whole mindset thing. Know what you need. Simpler is better. And from there, you kind of want to pick the lightest of your options within what you can afford, what's reasonable, and what suits your own style. So my backpack has everything I need, and it's fairly light. Not including my camera gear here. Depending on exactly what I pack, I'm somewhere between 8 and 9 pounds. Now, also, something you have to remember about this whole base weight thing. If if you go online and you look at some of these ultralighters, and then you look at their base weight, and then you actually look at what they say they're carrying, and they're lining it all out, right? Quite often you'll find that those two things don't quite jive, right? Their lighter pack is usually missing a whole bunch of items. So when you're doing this thing, don't focus on the number, be honest with yourself. Sunscreen, that's part of base weight. I mean, you're not consuming that an entire day. Fuel, that's consumable. Your fuel container, not consumable. You gotta include that canister or the bottle holding your alcohol in your base weight, all right? If you're not, you're just lying to yourself. You may be trying to impress somebody else, but in the end, when you get out on trail, if you're lying to yourself about that, well, what else are you gonna lie to yourself about? So make a list, weigh everything, and be honest, just weigh everything. The only thing you're not weighing is water and the actual food that you're carrying. For the most part, if it's in your backpack, it's base weight. Also, fanny packs, base weight, buddy. Like, you're still carrying it. It's just because it's not in your backpack anymore, it's still on your body. It's still weight. I mean, if that's the case, I mean, just strap everything to your legs, your tent, your shelter, and you know, take that out of your base weight because, hey, it's not in your backpack anymore. I think that's also where a lot of misunderstanding and sometimes sarcasm, is that the right word? Comes in when people are talking about ultralight or criticizing it. Because some of these people are just kind of off the rails. And what you'll find is, once you've done all these things, you've looked at what you actually need for the conditions you're going to be hiking in. You've gone with simple gear. You've gone with the lightest that you can afford. And you've been honest about everything, honest with yourself. You'll find that your pack does get lighter, right? And when your pack's lighter, it means you can hike more. And if you don't want to hike more, the hiking that you do is going to be easier because you're not carrying all that weight. And let me tell you, I started out with a base weight of somewhere around 14, 15 pounds. And I would carry like 3-4 liters of water, and I don't know how many pounds of food I had. My pack weighed somewhere between 35 and 40 pounds. I had a ULA circuit, and light shoes, backpacks they're kind of specific to every body type. The ULA circuit, absolutely nothing wrong with that pack. It just did not fit me. It didn't fit my ultimate style. It didn't fit my body. I had bad hip bruising. God, it was just really hurt. I had chafing in other places. So that's another thing. It goes back to the whole gear, right? Sometimes you're going to think something that works. If it's not working, change it out. You know, it's all about adaptation. Find something that works, and if it doesn't work, move on as best you can. Once you get your pack down to where it's comfortable and light enough, you'll actually enjoy your time out. And despite what a lot of people on the forums, YouTube comments, Reddit will say, oh, these super ultralighters, you know, I go out in nature to have fun and enjoy it. Well, I do too. Guess what? You know, we are in complete agreement there. That is what it's all about. And everybody's going to have their own ideas. All right? None of them are right. None of them are wrong. Well, I guess the only thing typically that's wrong is if you do wind up dying. That's not good. So, you do you. That's what Hike Your Own Hike is all about. If you run into somebody that's giving you grief about what you're doing, you know, just politely extricate yourself from them. Because they either don't want to understand or they just don't understand. And that's okay. So anyway, if you got any questions, comments, you know, how do you go ultralight? What's your mindset? Have you had somebody give you grief about being ultralight? Are you going to give me grief about being ultralight? Go ahead. For the record, all comments, I read them as somebody's being like, you know, they got a smile on their face and they're being polite and jovial. So if you are actually being sarcastic or ugly or sardonic, my apologies to you. But I'll still respond politely because I'm here to have fun, and I'm not going to let that kind of stuff weigh me down. So, think essential, think simple, think light, and think nature. If you adapt and optimize those first three things with respect to the last one, well, there you go. That's ultralight right there. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.